Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 4th grade concept of drawing angles. This is standard 4.7D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 12 off the 2021 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So we have a ray GH, and that's this right here. It's a ray starts at a certain point, so it starts at G, but you see it goes through H here, and then it's got that little arrow at the end. That means it's as a starting point, but it doesn't have an ending point, so that's my ray. It's been drawn on this protractor. This protractor is the tool that you see here, looks like a half moon, and it is what we use to measure angles, just like we use a ruler to measure length. So we need to construct an angle that has a measure of 70 degrees. So we're looking for something that has a measure of 70 degrees. And we need to draw another ray starting at G and then going through one of these other letters, J, N, M, or K. So let's make sure we understand what we're looking for. There are 3 different types of angles. And it's going to be helpful for us to be able to visualize this. So everything starts with that right angle is 90 degrees. It is a square corner. It's got perpendicular lines. So acute is anything that is less than that 90. So we are smaller than that 90 degrees. And so that's what that 70 is. That 70 is going to be smaller than 90. Not a lot smaller, but we're looking for something that's acute because 70 is less than 90. Then if we get an obtuse angle, well, obtuse angles are greater than 90. So they are much bigger than those perpendicular lines. So we're not really looking for that. So let's just draw some rays here. And we can start going right through point J. And this is going to be easy because it goes through a 0. There's a 0 on the left, and then on the inside there's a 0 on the right. So since J has got a 0 on the outside, we can just take the outside here and we can just look at the outside measures. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. There's my 90, 100. Right there is my 110. So everything is going to go to that 110. And so we can just call this J up to H 110 degrees. And as you can see, we went past 90. This 90 right here is going to kind of anchor us, and that is our right angle. And so we went past that. So that's why this is an obtuse angle, because we went past 90 to get up to 110. Now, if we would have started on the other side, if we would have started on the inside, you notice this 0 on the inside, it stops at 70 right there. But we didn't start on the right side, we started on the left side. So point J is going to be too large. Let's look at this N right here. And so we're going to draw right there. It goes through 70 and 110. And we can either choose inside or outside. Let's go ahead and choose outside since my 110 out over here on H is on the outside. So here's my 70. So how do we do this when you don't have something that starts on 0? Well, you just subtract the difference between the two. So I've got 110 and 70, and that's going to get me 40. You could also just kind of skip count like 10, 20, 30, 40. You just count by the tens you see right up there. So that is going to be my point N, and that is 40 degrees. So not quite. It's an acute angle, but not quite what we're looking for. So let's look at M right here. M, well, once again, we'll look on the outside. So that goes through my 140 right there. And we will subtract 140 and 110, but you can see it's not going to be large enough. 10, 20, 30. So point M gets me 30. So let's hope it is point K. Point K. Now, point K actually goes through the 0, so let's switch to the inside. And we can see 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 right there. So you have to go inside, inside, or outside, outside. But we're looking for point K, G.